you all know, this organization would not move forward without a commander. And this company is very hard. We had Churchill put a lot of hours, a lot of dedication. We had a lot of sidebar conversations, a lot of heart-to-heart about everything that he did to move forward with specialized breach, rough terrain modernization, a lot of stuff. So a little appreciation. Here you go. This is yours from the company. This guy on was your guy on the entire time. When I went to JRTC, millions of places, millions of field exercises. This is yours and it will forever be yours.
Oh yeah.
It means a lot. Super proud to have been the commander from the only company that can use the rough terrain title. It's been great getting to know all of you, be good people, continue to work hard, push the limits. I'll give you some more words up on the stage in a little bit, but it's been a pleasure to work with everybody. Please stay in touch, and if you ever need anything, reach out. Gonna miss the people.
Now, your personal gift. There's more. This is your very own Yeti cooler. So anytime you have a outing or doing whatever in your backyard, you'll always remember rough terrain, and you can always drink beer on us to remember the great commander you were. Party
Thanks, it means a lot. It's very cool. I appreciate it. And I will think of you all. That's all. We can get going with the ceremony.
Honored here to be able to give out an award, and with that,
Hey, my honor and privilege to get to present Eric's PCS award here on completion of a successful command on behalf of Brigadier General Soulis, our Deputy Commanding General. And you know, as I said earlier, we don't often recognize our officers in front of folks. Although we've done that 3 times in the past 2 days here. We're definitely trained at ceremonies here in the Tiger Battalion and at the brigade headquarters. So thank you for that, Command Sergeant Major. But don't want to let the opportunity pass without talking a little bit about this leader, the sapper right up here in front of you. So I've been doing this about 22 years now, and what always amazes me is the Army somehow manages to put the right leader in the right place at the right time for their organization. And do we get it wrong occasionally? Yes, but more often than not, we put the right leader where they're needed. And when just listening with First Sergeant Martin, and change of responsibility, and now change of command for Cap Churchill, the Army has done just that. So during their tenure as a command team together, have led exceptionally well here in our rough terrain company. And the rough terrain company is pretty special. It's something unique across the Department of Defense, for those of you that may not know that. And they come with a little bit of a different swagger, right? A lot of aggression, and a lot of get it done, execute attitude, right? They want nothing more than for somebody to let them off the chain and let them go, right? Let them go find something to break, find something to kill. That's why they exist. That's what they want to do. And you got to have a pretty special command team to manage that, because you want that aggression. And you got to breed that, but you also you got to do all things well. You might have heard that somewhere. Okay, and that's not just getting off the chain and going breaking stuff. And I'll tell you, this guy right here has led the team to do that. And recognizing all the strengths of the company and all the things that you do very well, he also came in and said, hey, we're really good, but I think we can be better. And got the team back oriented along with First Arm on demo ranges, some of the basics, improving the rough terrain capability, innovating as the only specialized breach platoon in conventional Army. So we got the task from the CG to stand that up, and there was no doubt in where we were going to put that. And that's because, one, the aggression, the make it happen attitude here in 57 Sapper, but two, the wisdom and intelligence of your commander here. Right? And when I think of this guy, I mean, it can be chaos all around. I've never seen him stressed. He's stressed underneath somewhere, but I've never seen him stressed. It can be airborne op, gone awry, plan out the window. We're on to like plan C, plan D now, and he never lets it get to him. And that is what this company needs and what they needed at the time that you stepped in to see. So well done there, right? Taking the initiative and running with it. And so the founder of the Delta Force, Colonel Charlie Beckwood, he often said you can't win a horse race hollering whoa. And nobody ever hollers whoa in the 57th COF or out on a rough terrain jump. Right? And for breeding that, hey, go get after it, but let's be smart. Let's do it the right way. Let's take care of each other. Hey, we build more leaders. The number of sappers, rangers, jump masters that this company produces is remarkable. Just that attitude of iron sharpens iron, and you push each other every day, and it's with a quiet professional right there with you, through deeds, not words, that's out there alongside you. Because if I ever wanted to find him, all I need to do is look at the training schedule and see where the sappers were out in the breach, or where the airborne operation was going. And that's what we want for our commanders. Out there present, commanding on offense, and he's done that remarkably well. Only possible with a great team, Katie and family and friends. So we're excited for them. He's going to go do some wicked smart things for the Army, working on some geospatial intelligence and helping us harness data to fight into the future. And then another leader that I have no doubt will be back leading paratroopers here somewhere, coming to an airborne unit near you in the near future. So with that, let's go ahead and publish yours, please.
Attention to orders. For exceptionally meritorious service while assigned as the company commander for the 57th Sapper Company Airborne, 27th Engineer Battalion Airborne. Captain Churchill's outstanding leadership and dedication to duty contributed
Thanks everyone for coming today. I've had a lot of great experiences here at Fort Liberty. So when I initially got here, I worked in the G33 at the Corps headquarters. I was able to see what happens at that higher headquarters and how they function. Came down, worked in the Tiger Battalion, S3 for a little while, and then took rough terrain. It's been a privilege. Everything that Colonel Hurley said about the company, he hit the nail on the head. We are an organization that goes and gets stuff done. So super proud of everything the company's done so far, and we'll say more nice things on the stage in a minute here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the change of command ceremony for the 57th Sapper Company, Rough Terrain, 27th Engineer Battalion, Airborne. Today, the 57th Guidon will be passed from Captain Eric Churchill to Captain Andrew Soulis. Distinguished guests for today's ceremony are Colonel Hurley, 20th Engineer Brigade Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Pope, 27th Engineer Battalion Commander, Command Sergeant Major Wilkins, 27th Engineer Battalion Command Sergeant Major. We would also like to welcome commanders, first sergeants, and all other members of the 20th Engineer Brigade that could attend today's ceremony. The host for today's ceremony is Lieutenant Colonel French Pope, the commander of the 27th Engineer Battalion Airborne. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of our national anthem and remain standing for the invocation given by Sapper Qualified Jump Master Chaplain Helen.
Let us pray. Lord, we thank you for this day, for the opportunity just to see the blessings that you've given us, Lord. And today I see that in the faithfulness of you, Lord, and the faithfulness of Captain Churchill. I see he's led these soldiers well. He's honored you, and he's honored his family. But also in your faithfulness to giving them to us for this time, that we can be bettered by him and cared for, and led, and improved. And Lord, there's no version of command that doesn't tax a man or tax his family. And with that in mind, Lord, I just pray that you bless him this next season of life, that all the days, weeks, evenings, and long nights that have been taken from them, Lord, that you return that time to them, and you just bless them in every season moving forward. For the incoming Lord, Captain Soulis, I pray that you give him the shoulders to bear the mantle of command well, that you give him strength, wisdom, and character, that he can always do what he must, but he can always do that honorably. And Lord, we know you'll be faithful in this as well, and we thank you in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. At this time, the 57th Sapper Company, Rough Terrain, will honor the families of the outgoing and incoming commanders. Specialist Pan is presenting a bouquet of red roses to Mrs. Katie Churchill. The roses symbolize the love of the soldiers for the First Lady of the 57th Sapper Company as she departs us. A company coin is being presented to his son Samuel as a simple token to remind them that they will forever remain in our hearts and memories. At this time, Specialist Arvizu is presenting Mrs. Heather Soulis with a bouquet of yellow roses. The yellow color symbolizes the beginning of a new relationship with the soldiers and families of the 57th Sapper Company, Rough Terrain. Company coins are also being presented to Captain Soulis' children, Raylan, Charlotte, and Andrew Jr. The ceremony to recognize a new commander is rooted in military history, dating back to the 18th century during the reign of Frederick the Great of Prussia. At that time, organizational flags were developed with color arrangements and symbols unique to each particular unit. To this flag and its commander, the soldiers of the unit would dedicate their loyalty and trust. When a change of command was to take place, the flag was passed to the individual assuming the command and then passed to the senior ranking NCO for safekeeping. This gesture was accomplished in front of the unit so that all could see and witness their new leader assuming their dutiful position. The commander who held the flag also held the soldiers' allegiance. This symbolic tradition has survived throughout military history and is continued today at the change of command for the 57th Sapper Company, Rough Terrain. The 27th Engineer Battalion Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Pope, will now oversee the transfer of the guidon. The change of command ceremony is a simple tradition that runs deep in symbolism and heritage. The key to the change of command is the passing of the unit guidon. The guidon not only represents the heritage and history of the unit, but also stands for the unity and loyalty of the soldiers. The custodian of the guidon is the first sergeant, who passes the guidon and all it represents to the outgoing commander for the last time. The outgoing commander then relinquishes his command by passing the guidon to the battalion commander, who is his senior in the chain of command. The battalion commander then passes the guidon and hence the command to the incoming commander. This time-honored process is complete when the incoming commander passes the guidon to his first sergeant, charging him with maintaining the symbol of the command. In accordance with Army Regulation 600-20, paragraph 2-5 echo, the undersigned assumes command of the 57th Sapper Company, Rough Terrain, effective 11 August 2023. Signed, Andrew T. Soulis, Captain, Engineer, Commander. Ladies and gentlemen, the commander of the 27th Engineer Battalion, Airborne, Lieutenant Colonel French Vogt.
Distinguished guests, Colonel Hurley, family and friends of the Tiger Battalion and the Rough Terrain Company, thank you for attending today's ceremony. I would like to first send a special welcome to the families of the incoming and outgoing commanders. First to Eric's wife, Katie, and his son, Sam, as well as his neighbors who came out. It takes a village, right, to raise a family. Thank you for attending and making your way out to the ceremony. Katie, thanks for all your support over the past few years and your support to the battalion FRG. Best of luck on your move up to Northern Virginia. And to our newest team member of the Tigers, Captain Soulis, Andrew, his wife, Heather, as well as his kids, Braylon, Charlotte, and Andrew Jr., congratulations and welcome. Thank you also to his parents for coming out, Tim and Cheryl, as well as his in-laws, Brian and Joanne, for making the trip out to the ceremony today as he takes on this exciting role. Tisha and I are excited to have you and to get to know you. I would be remiss if I missed out on Alyssa and Adam, who also came out to watch the ceremony, so I appreciate you coming out. This is a significant moment for both officers in their careers, as well as their families. Thank you for your commitment to soldiers, and there's no doubt that the soldiers standing before you and sitting before you are proud of you and should be. We're here today to celebrate the accomplishments of the 57th Engineer Company, who clear the way daily. Bittersweet, but we will pass the mantle of leadership from Captain Eric Churchill to Captain Andrew Soulis today. Captain Churchill has commanded the Rough Terrain Company with distinction over the past 18 months. Eric's led the Rough Terrain Company through several things, to include the JRTC rotation, where they provided mobility and counter mobility to 2nd Brigade, 82nd Engineer, 82nd Airborne Battalion. The company executed flight landing strip clearance and joint forcible entry operations to support the brigade. He also executed 6 demolition ranges using conventional means. That means like bangalores, steel cutting, concrete bridges, concrete charges, as well as live timber demolition, research with miniature shape charges with jet during our joint airfield damage repair symposium, as well as urban mobility breaching, and data collection on 3D printed charges. They executed 8 field training exercises, including combined training with special operations partners, as well as training at the Muscatatuck Urban Training Center. The team conducted 5 rough terrain progression airborne operations to maintain proficiency, which we talked about before, is that's a unique capability to the Army that only lies within the Rough Terrain Company. They also pursued modernization of the rough terrain equipment, as well as partnering with the U.S. Forestry Service smoke jumpers out of Washington or California? Montana, okay. Sorry. They also developed the unique specialized breach platoon, which procured over $1 million worth of equipment to increase their capability in that operation.
That team worked with special operations forces as well, becoming master breachers, working with the engineer schoolhouse, and even did some training with some Israelis. Eric, know that our sappers are trusted, reliable, lethal, and ready to engage and enable the brigade anywhere and anyhow because of your leadership. The future of this nation continues to have hope because of your influence and your building of amazing servant leaders. Captain Andrew Soulis served in the logistics section in the 20th Engineer Brigade, as well as did some time as the assistant S3 in the battalion over the past 2 years. Andrew has proven that he's a trusted leader who can build relationships and continue to harness the culture of this great company. Andrew, I look forward to working with you and seeing you grow and flourish as a commander. To First Sergeant Ferguson, newly frocked First Sergeant Ferguson. Oh, there you go, standing over in the back. And the rough terrain soldiers, you absolutely look fit to fight and ready. I'm proud of the family that you are to the soldiers next to you and for the families that are supporting us behind the scenes. Command Sergeant Major and I are encouraged daily by the actions and commitment that all of you have to the soldiers in this formation. Thank you for all that you do. Tigers, there's no better teammate than a Castle Brigade soldier. Get there, airborne.
Ladies and gentlemen, the outgoing commander of the 57th Sapper Company, Rough Terrain, 27th Engineer Battalion, Airborne, Captain Eric Churchill.
Colonel Hurley, Command Sergeant Major Warrow, Lieutenant Colonel Pope, Command Sergeant Major Wilkins, distinguished guests, friends, and family, thank you for attending today's ceremony. Colonel Hurley, thank you for the opportunity to command such a unique company. It has been a privilege to lead soldiers within the brigade. I've enjoyed the unique problem set that you gave us to establish the specialized breach platoon and expand the capability of the engineer rank. Your leadership and mentorship has developed me into a better leader. Lieutenant Colonel Pope, it has been a privilege to work with you over the last few weeks. I wish we could have worked together longer. I can tell that you are a practical leader who applies common sense and cares for your soldiers. I'm excited to see what the Tiger Battalion does under your command. Command Sergeant Major Wilkins, thank you for your mentorship. I know sometimes we butt heads a little bit, but it was because we were passionate about whatever we were talking about. It was always to make the organization better. To my wife, Katie, I love you. Thank you for the support over the last 18 months. I would not be able to do everything that I have here at work without your support at home. Sam, I love your interest and your curiosity and your unrelenting desire to come visit me at work. Daddy's done jumping out of airplanes for a little while. To Jeff and Lynn, my neighbors, thank you for coming today. You've become part of our family, and you're two more grandparents to Sam. Thank you for helping us when I was in the field training, when unexpected things came up. You really helped our family, and we are going to miss you. Captain Soulis, welcome to the team. I can tell you are the right fit for the company. I'm excited to see where you take the company and build on the progress we've made. We've been fortunate to have a lengthy handoff. We were able to explore some tunnels underground in Israel. And I know you're the right fit, and you're going to keep driving the company forward. Welcome, Heather, Raylyn, Charlotte, and Andrew Jr. Your family has just grown by another 84 paratroopers. First Sergeant Ferguson, it's been amazing working with you for the last 55 minutes. I know you're going to drive on and do great things with the company. First Sergeant Martin, thank you for your leadership. Take care of paratroopers. I love your desire to push the limits, critically think to improve our capabilities, and try to blow up various things on Fort Liberty in the name of training. I'm excited for the next chapter in your life with Captain and Blake. To the rough terrain officers, NCOs, and paratroopers, your energy and enthusiasm is unmatched. I'm lucky to have been able to work with all of you and get to know all of you. Thank you for your dedication, leadership, and violently completing every mission. I'm proud of all the things the company has accomplished during my tenure. We defeated Geronimo at JRTC, executed several rough terrain operations, cut trees for the Corps headquarters and range control, and we've innovated on explosive methods of breaching and airfield damage repair. I've learned a few things in command. One, people are everything. We are nothing without each other. Care for the people in your formation. You need to know each person in order to care for them. Leverage people's strengths so they can serve the organization better. And then we all have gaps. Identify those gaps and help each other minimize those gaps. We could not have accomplished everything that we've done without the relationships we made in caring for each other. Number two, this goes off of what Colonel Hurley said a little earlier. This company is really good at breaking things. At first, this sounds like it's a bad thing, but when you break the right things at the right time, you can usually call it a breach or a true construction project. Continue to be breaching experts. Continue to push the limits. Continue to find new ways to be more lethal. There's no barrier or obstacle that can hold you back. Please don't break the wrong stuff. Number three, have fun and continue to innovate. I love being soaking wet, cold, hungry, at night in the dark with a heavy rough on my back. It can be terrible when you're actually doing it, but these are the best memories. No one really cares when we're comfortable in the AC. I'm incredibly proud of the innovation efforts that we have begun, and we need to continue to improve our knowledge, tools, techniques to be successful in the next war. Have fun with everything you do. This organization has done several things that you can't do anywhere else. It has truly been a privilege to command this company. I'm humbled by everyone who has helped me get here today, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to lead rough terrain paratroopers. Rough terrain, to do all things well, get there, airborne, rough terrain 6, signing off the net.
Ladies and gentlemen, the commander of the 57th Sapper Company, Rough Terrain, 27th Engineer Battalion, Airborne, Captain Andrew Soulis.
Bear with me, I had to write the speech last minute, had kind of a medical emergency, but we'll move forward. Colonel Hurley, Lieutenant Colonel Pope, Sergeant Major Wilkin, Sergeant Major Retired Munoz, fellow command teams, distinguished guests, leaders, friends, family, brothers, paratroopers of the Rough Terrain Sapper Company. Thank you for attending today's ceremony. First, I'd like to thank God for allowing me this opportunity. With Him, all things are possible. My wife, household 6, we're holding down the fort at home, allowing me to live my dreams and pursue my passions of leading soldiers. I love you. Colonel Hurley and Lieutenant Colonel Pope, thank you for selecting me to command the most lethal and able company in the Army, Rough Terrain. I will not let you down, nor the soldiers of this company. Eric, thank you for setting me up with nothing but excellence. I look forward to continuing all the great achievements you have already achieved in this company. To the soldiers of Rough Terrain, all that I ask is you get better 1% every day. And give it all, your all, in everything that you do, and I promise I will not let you down. Friends, family, and brothers, thank you for taking the time out of your busy lives to travel here today and able to be part of this next chapter of my life. Rough Terrain, do all things well, get there, airborne, Rough Terrain 6, signing on the net.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the Engineer Song and the Army Song.
our song. We're the army of the free. Count the brave, count the true, who have fought to victory. We're the army and proud of our name. We're the army and proudly proclaim. First to fight for the right and to build the nation's might, and the army goes rolling along. Proud of all we have done, fighting till the battle's won, and the army goes rolling along. Then it's hi, hi, hey, the army's on its way. Count off the cadence loud and strong. For wherever we go, you will always know that the army goes rolling along.